If you want to save a species from extinction, you have to think big.
This is the final leg that they're in Canada, so it's final stretch for us.
Especially when the animal you're trying to save is the largest in North America. Soon they'll be the largest animals in Russia too, because these wood bison are getting a new home on the other side of the world.
In species risk recovery, we take some risk to get populations up fast.
Transporting wild animals is a dangerous operation, but in this case, it's worth the risk.
The safe thing to do, in many people's minds, is to manage the habitat and to let animal populations increase naturally. We need to be much more aggressive about it and increase populations more quickly if we can.
The plan is to ship 30 wood bison calves to Siberia. It's like putting money into an overseas bank account. Your investment is protected if a disaster strikes at home. The idea is bold. Putting it into action is epic. Getting the animals to Russia has taken 15 hours, and Archie Handel's been with them every minute of that trip. Next up, a 4-hour drive to the national park. Starting in rush hour traffic. The plane has landed in Yakutsk, the coldest city in the world.
The average temperature here in wintertime is probably minus 45 degrees below zero.
It's a city of 200,000 people sitting just 400 kilometers south of the Arctic Circle.
It's too cold even to go outside to get a beer or a cigarette.
On the bright side, it's a great place for tobogganing. Ice sculptures last for months, and you can skate on the river until May. It's only 200 kilometers to the park, but the trucks hauling the trailers have to go slow. Along the way, Semyon, the Russian bison keeper, takes over the job of regular checkups. The Canadians, once the leaders of the operation, are now advisors.
It's their show. They can do it on their own. They want us to help for sure, assistant role, and that's fine by me.
Their biggest worry is the bison getting dehydrated.
We're still okay. It would be nice if they had a drink of water soon. We offered it them once in the plane, and they just kind of looked in the bucket and didn't really drink.
The long trip is taking its toll on the crew.
It's 3 o'clock and home, and we started, at 7, so holy man, we've been going a long time. You know, it's going to be going on 20 hours.
All the while, the sun sinks towards the horizon, and their hopes of reaching the park in daylight are dimming. Once there, these 30 calves will be introduced to a herd of bison that was sent in 2006. That original group of 30 has grown now to more than 50.
They're doing really well. The climate there is colder, but they're doing quite well. The fur's thicker.
They're also growing taller and fatter than their cousins back home. Before they arrived, the only place you could find a bison in Russia was here, a walk-in freezer at the Mammoth Museum in Yakutsk. Researchers believe bison went extinct in this area at the end of the last ice age.
Это детеныш бизона.
But this frozen specimen might change that.
Абсолютный возраст мы пока не знаем, мы только послали образцы на радиоуглеродный анализ, откуда будет ясно.
It was found near a horse that's just 4,400 years old. That means bison might have roamed these plains much more recently than anyone thought.
Так считалось, что бизоны вымерли вместе с мамонтами 10 тысяч лет назад. Вот эта находка может приблизить время обитания бизонов Якутии и вообще Евразии несколько тысяч лет вперед.
On the road, the sky's getting dark and the road is turning to ice. Getting to Lenski Stolby National Park means crossing a kilometer of frozen river. For Archie, it reminds him of home.
We do have those in northern Canada. We have winter roads too into Fort Chip and Fort Smith and Wood Buffalo, and they're just like that.
Once inside the park, the road becomes a dirt track between the trees. This trail was bulldozed 3 days ago, just for this mission.
It's a little bumpy, but I think they're up and adjusting to the change in the trailer.
Finally, after a 20-hour odyssey, the tired but dedicated team rolls up to the bison's new home.
Archie, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
They just want to release him in his pen. They were going to do it all at once. We mentioned that safety with animals going and another person standing by the other trailer. So I think we'll all back off now. Let's open 1, 2, 3.
No one wants to release the animals in the dark, but they have no choice. The animals can't be left penned up overnight.
The one trailer was okay, the other one was a little bit damp, but I think by allowing them to stand for an extra 15 to 20 minutes, we should be okay.
The temperature is dropping, minus 20, maybe minus 30. The plan is to park the 3 trailers inside the corral, clear the people out, then open the doors one by one. The first door is swung open, and slowly, out they come.
I think the leg just got out in the light, you know, blinded it and just didn't really know where it was going. Just got, you know, afraid and just kind of ran the wrong direction.
Eventually, all 30 calves, even that one confused young bull, make their way off into the cold Siberian night.
It's been a long day. It's what, Alberta time? 5:18, so good 22 hours up and making sure everything's going well. So it's good.
For Archie, it's the end of an epic journey. But for 30 young wood bison, it's the beginning of a brand new life.